September the 7th, 2024. Guys, a few months ago I did a video back during the summer, and we were talking about, and many of you agreed with me, that the sun had moved a little bit further north. Guys, we were right. Can you believe it? Now they're saying, this is coming out of France 24, the meteorologists are saying that the international conversion zone, down where the hurricanes are formed, has moved north 150 miles. And we just saw a video I did earlier about how the magnetic lines were changing. But this actually is a result not of a magnetic line shift, but of a physical pole shift. Watch the video. They're talking about the reasons that Africa and Sudan and all those areas are getting flooded. They're not supposed to have this much rain. We've been watching it all year. China, everybody getting flooded out. And this is the reason. Watch the video. Guys, we were right. Heads up, be safe.
One of the driest places on the planet is about to experience an exceptionally rare downpour. The Sahara Desert is expected to see record amounts of rain in the next 2 weeks, with some areas of the parched desert set to receive 5 times their average rainfall for August and for September. And that could trigger flooding elsewhere in North Africa. I'm joined on the set to hear more about this by our environment editor, Valerie de Camp. And Valerie, first of all, this certainly sounds unusual. Tell us why this is happening.
Well, it is a very rare weather phenomenon. The Sahara receives little to no rainfall at all every single year. And when it does rain, it's an average of 3 inches per year. And so when some parts of the region are expected to see 5 times that average, I mean, if you add that up, it sounds like it's not a lot. But in some parts, it could be years worth of rain in just a couple of days. So multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms expected in places like Mali, Chad, Libya, Niger, Sudan, and Morocco. And so I have this map here of the Sahara Desert is what you see in yellow. And so it is normally an area of permanent high pressure. And what that means is that it prevents clouds from forming and so moisture building up. And that is what keeps the desert dry. And it sits right above this red line that you can see there. It's called the Intertropical Convergence Zone. And this area is actually very humid across this red line, very prone to heavy rain. And so usually areas characterized by very lush vegetation. And so what's happening now with this unusual weather pattern is that zone, that red line, is actually moving north. And as that moves north, it's actually bringing rain to areas where usually you don't see rain at all. So we know that convergence zone is actually moving 152 miles further north into the Sahara, and air over North Africa is now holding 3 to 4 times more moisture than usual, causing rainfall.
And might this cause problems, Valerie, far beyond the Sahara itself?
Well, I mean, if you think rain over parched land, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Well, actually, it could bring pockets of flooding to places like Chad, Libya, Niger, and Algeria. And that is because sand dunes are not able to hold excess runoff. When the ground is really dry, it's almost like a hard surface, and so it can't absorb water, and that can lead to flash floods. And that's what you were seeing now, is actually footage from Sudan. Several villages have been swept by floods in the last couple of days. 31 people have died, and you can see how the ground can't really hold that water, and it's pretty much what you get, for example, when you see climate-induced droughts and